Greetings and welcome back to Monster Legends. Alright, the race is gone, good riddance, and we have something in its place. Before we move on to that, let's take care of a couple of things that we currently have that are continuing. One is coming to an end tomorrow morning, and that of course is going to be this, the PC RONIN maze. I have not used any of my coins, and from what my viewers tell me, what I have is not going to get me the egg of either one of these individuals. I've actually decided I'm going to go down the middle maze. The reason for that is I figure that it might be useful someday. I have about 10 of his from doing daily events and such like that, and we're still going to get that for a couple of days, I believe. It could be the last day today, who knows. But I'm thinking generally that might be the best idea for me. Apparently they're doing these little mini events if you have the Forsaken that gives you an opportunity maybe to get some more cells. Apparently they did it with Krabby Droid last week, since I didn't see it since we didn't get Krabby Droid. Actually, it's funny, the two Forsaken that I don't have were race ones, Krabby Droid and the one from this last race. But apparently they're going to be doing it for other ones in the future, so we'll see how that works out. Anyway, this event is going to be coming to end in 12 hours and 4 minutes. All right, another thing, of course, that the Valentine's Day breeding. Now, we're still in phase 1, so we don't have any extra information regarding that. But there is something in terms of the challenge where you have to collect the 5 items of the 5 items. You know what I mean? So 25 total. They are actually giving another way of getting them, and this was the old scroll, right? Where is it? Down right there. The optional mission, Valentine's tokens. So you have to complete 3 breedings, and they can be just commons, by the way, and you'll get these chests here. The chests have 1 item each from those. So that's the thing about it. Is I don't know if there are going to be more opportunities. That actually is kind of interesting. If you don't do any of the breedings, are there going to be opportunities to get all of the pieces you need for the challenge? That's interesting. I have no idea. I would guess not, since they led so heavily on the breeding aspect. I'm guessing this is just kind of a filler thing to make sure that you can get those ones that you want. So you can see I actually have, where are they here now? I have 4 of them because I've done it the last 2 days. All right, let's see what we get here. I'm just going to do this. Okay, you got the petals and then more petals, leaves, and a weapon. So I obviously have nowhere near enough. If you look at what I currently have, I have 2 leaves, 2 petals, 2 weapons, and that's it. Oh, I didn't realize I had the video master keys. We're going to have to open up a chest, aren't we? You know, why don't we just do that now, because otherwise I'll absolutely forget about it. We're doing fire this month, right? So let me see. Where is it? Oh, here it is, the Fire Master chest. I'm thinking Firka or Rabies. That's who I'm thinking. Firka or Rabies. That's what I'm going with. I'm going with going to be either one of them. Okay, I underestimated the how low they would actually go with that. I should have known better. Next time, Social Point, I will not doubt you. Okay, so that's that. That was a complete waste of time. And that event is going to be going on. Like I said in the last episode, I didn't really have a lot of details, so I guess we're waiting for the next phase to get more. So it should be interesting to see if we get more opportunities to get those little items for the challenge. Like I said, I doubt if you don't do the breedings, you won't get them. You know, that's what I'm thinking. But you never know. It might be funny. It might work out that way. In terms of what we have new, well, we have the Tomb Guardian Island. And of course, we know who's there. We have this fellow right here. And in case you didn't know anything about this fellow, other than the fact that he's a legendary, he's Earth, he's Dragon. He's actually, you can see he's a dragon. He's into family. I believe that means that he's evil. He's a fiend or something like that. I forget. They used to allow you to click on them and see what they are. And of course, most importantly, he is an elite. But like I said, in case you didn't know anything more about him, All right, let's just have a little bit of a refresher on this guy, even though he is a little bit on the older side. And by older, I mean like a couple of months, that thing. All right, so his life is, it's an attacker. It's pretty much down the middle there, right? His power is very good. His speed is mediocre, which is okay because he's an attacker. If you go to his trait, the big thing, of course, is that he's immune to control, which is very good for an attacker, especially if you happen to have Kronks, like I do. If you get him to rank 1, which isn't really a big deal, then he gets area quicksands, which is pretty good. Get him to rank 3, and he's tough, which is, of course, a lot more than 35%, by the way. Well, it's a lot more than 35% if you're on the right side of the screen. Looking down at his skills, he's got a lot of really good skills. As a matter of fact, you might have different specs for this guy because he's got a lot of extra turning if you wanted to do that. I mean, just looking at it, his first skill, removes shield from one enemy, applies quicksands, and gives an extra turn. That's not bad. But I mean, if you look at all of them, they're all pretty darn good right here. In terms of what I would keep from the first two, I'm looking at Tier 2, Drown in Your Blood. Deals heavy special damage to one enemy, applies bleed and drown to all enemies. Now that works really good because the first skill in Tier 3 is a group attack, moderate earth damage that gives quicksands and poison to all enemies. So with 2 attacks, he could have 4 torture effects on everybody if he wanted to do that. So that's kind of good. But the one I would like to draw your attention to is the third skill in Tier 3. Battering Lizard applies Taunt Hater to itself, which means he's going to do, I think it's 2.5 times damage. With the haters, I think it's more than 2 times. It might be 3 times. Applies Taunt Hater to itself, applies double damage to itself, applies precision, and gives anticipation. So, yeah, that could be very, very ugly if there's an extra turner on the other side of the screen. So, definitely a skill I would take. And I kind of like that Furious Flail of Fate, the middle one there, removes 50% of total life from one enemy, applies a 20% life shield to itself. Adds a 2-round cooldown there. That's actually pretty darn good, especially for 30 stamina. You take half the life off of somebody. If you have one of those dodge group attacks, that's a pretty good one to use on him right there. Just saying. And if you move on to the Tier 4s, even just the first one, remove 30% total life from all enemies and then applies a 20% shield to himself again. I mean, he's got some really good ones. That last one is really kind of ugly there for a Megaton tank or any kind of a tank there. Your last taunt applies Taunt Hater to itself, deals massive special damage to one enemy, removes Taunt Hater, gives an extra turn. So that's a free attack for him right there. So that's really kind of ugly. And yeah, the fact that he's uncontrollable really makes him powerful. So the thing about it is, of course, it's a progression. I'm moving it along. I have a lot of gems. I do intend to get him, but I'm going to do it strategically, I have one of the chests, but I'm not going to open them up in a video unless I have both of them, that kind of thing. And I'm in no rush to get to the boost scroll. I just don't personally find it useful. See, by the time I would get it, I did go for it one time, and by the time I got it, it was actually getting close to bedtime, and by the time I woke up, it was worn off already. So I just don't find it useful for me, given, I guess, my time zone. That's just the way I see it, at least. Anyway, I'm going to hopefully advance pretty quickly in this because we do have fight multiplayers down here, and it is 4 of them, and that is something we're going to be doing. So this is going on for another day and 10 hours, and if you look at the starting graphic when the game comes up, and it was actually at the beginning of this video too because I cut and pasted it, it does seem to be Zenobia next to him on that page, so it could very well be that the next one right after this will be a progression for her. So that would be interesting. I would say, though, he is my priority. I want to make sure I get him. If I can get her too, I would go for that. She's very good. She's got good skills. But I have to say he's my priority. And yeah, I have been waiting to go for him, and I am definitely going to do that. Matter of fact, given his stuff, I very well might throw some extra earth cells in to rank him up as soon as I get him. All right, and I think that's about that, except, of course, we have a sale over here. It's been going on for a couple of days. I actually haven't looked at this since it refreshed. I'm just looking for somebody in particular here that I was working on. I'm hoping that I can get one more shot at them, and I don't see the individual here. Hoping he pops up in the near future. All right. Eeltron. I just need like 10 more for Eeltron, so I'm really hoping he pops up here before this event ends. These, of course, are very good for getting cells for individuals that you need just a little bit to finish off, or you want to start getting. Like, for instance, if you don't have Wang Zhou is very good. Maybe you want to actually start collecting his cells now so that eventually you can get him, you know, that kind of thing. For instance, if you had 50 cells of the Inheritor, well, you might want to consider getting 80 more because he's very good. And please don't put all speed on him. He's not denial. He's a damage dealer. It just gives me pain whenever I see that. So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of interesting individuals here. This is how I got Tankerion. Over time, getting little pieces of him, you know. Of course, there was a Master Pass he was on that really helped with that. But if I hadn't been getting cells in here, then it wouldn't have worked out too good. In a situation when it refreshes, you can buy 10 cells for 14 gems twice. After that, it goes up to 19, and that's usually where I stop right there. There's a lot of repeats, so I'm hoping that Eeltron comes around again. I bought 2 sets of them, and I sold up to 19. I'm like, I'm going to hope for a deal. That's what I'm going to hope for. So there are a lot of individuals in here good. It's very useful for this kind of thing when you're trying to finish somebody off. That's all. You got just enough maybe, and you just need a little bit more. Or, of course, a lot of people use these events for ranking up. Like, for instance, if you look over at Alpha Clevius right there, I actually kind of need a lot to get him up because he's already 110, so 115 is a big trip, right? You only need 120 to get to rank 1. You need 150 to get to rank 2. But rank 3, you need 290. So that's when it starts getting serious. That's the reason it's kind of common to see 110s. 115s, those are a little bit harder to get. Anyway, I think that's about everything that we have. I have 2 of these individuals currently cooking here. PZ Ronin, he's crafted, he's in there. I may do a video. If you want to see a video, let me know. And then right after him, who's been sitting there for a long time, Grakon, he's there. I actually have no idea what his skills are like. I do know they lie about him. They say his brother is a healer, and clearly that is a lie. But I actually have no idea what I know he's an elite, and I know he's a dragon. I have no idea what kind of individual he is. I never looked at his skills because I never had a reason to, because he was part of the Legends Pass, right? So I was going to get him anyway. The free way, of course. So I never really got a chance to mess with him, so I'm going to hatch him and we'll see what he looks like. But I think that's about everything, so we do have more. That's kind of the reason this video is late, is that I wanted to make sure that I could get some more in there. So let's go over, because it just started there not too long ago and I have no idea what's going on. It looks like we're winning. That looks, wow, when you look at the first one on the other side and they have 1 left, that's usually not a good sign. Nope. Well, it's a great sign for us. Okay, I don't get to fight that one. Wow, where is the first one people were too scared to fight? Maybe I shouldn't even going down this far. I doubt that terrified anybody. Oh, I'm seeing like wholesale murder taking place. What do we have here? I mean, that might have been interesting if there were some ruins there, you know. Wow, this is, you know, I don't like. It's not like I'm ridiculing the team or anything like that. It's just that, okay, maybe there's one in here that just it's a little challenging, because I actually set up a team, but I didn't realize that, oh, there's no ruins there. Okay, epics for the win. I mean, oh wow, that's just, I'm trying to find some kind of a thing here, a good thing to say. I mean, okay, what about this one? Oh, you know, I mean, this one at least has runes on it, right? Maybe I'll do that for the second team. Is there anything here that would... There's only two. There's only two there. No adventurers? None at all. Okay, I mean, there are adventurers who are... Wow, this is going to be a massacre. All right, well, it's unfortunate. Oh, what's going on over here? Never mind. It looked good from the outside. It just didn't look on the inside. All right, I'm going to go as high as I can here and pick something that's going to give us the maximum number of coins here. Okay, that one is now empty. What was going on here? Well, that would be good. I mean, that would be an interesting fight in comparison to everything else, of course. I guess I'll just do this one, and then maybe the other fight will be available by that time. It's just that this is going to be cruelty, that's all. Yeah. Okay, let the slaughter begin. Okay, there's a little bit left there, so I'm just going to move on to the next target. Okay, oh, damage. I was thinking maybe you took stamina away, but I guess not. I'm going to do this one up here because she's nature. Okay, she didn't get that. All right. You're pretty much dead. Let's just do this. And let's finish her off. And finish you off. And, of course, finish you off. Okay, I'm hoping that second encounter is available now, because otherwise, yeah, ouch. I guess it's taking a while. I mean, I'd fight that one because it's hard, but it's only one coin, and at this point, you know, I think this is like a farming thing going on right now, you know? Oh, and somebody's fighting that one now. What's going on here? I guess... I mean, they have runes. And I don't mean to pick on the team, too. I mean, the thing about it is not everybody has all kinds of great stuff going on, you know? I mean, there's some good monsters there, and for whatever reason, they haven't leveled them up and don't have a lot of runes. It could be starting off or something like that, so I don't mean any meanness by that. All right, let's see. Yeah, I'm going to go with Talika, I guess. And let me see. What do we have over here? Cain? I guess? I guess we could do Cain. All right, and what do we got in here? What am I go with Kronks? No, I don't think so. Oh, Migbo. That's a good idea. That's a really good idea. I mean, there's no extra turner on the other side there. Yeah, Migbo. All right. Yeah, no extra turner and no speed whatsoever. Well, on the bright side, the Varuna is immune to stun. Yeah, unfortunately, he's going to be dead by then, isn't he? Because we're all going first, yeah. Just a little bite. And then just a little bigger one. Okay, you in the middle there. You don't bleed. Hey, big guy up there. Tell me, do you bleed? Alright, so we'll just take do list kind of thing here. And you get to finish him off. Yeah. Yeah, I was kind of looking forward to throwing war in there. I just didn't realize it was going to be as devastating as this. Wow, that battle is still going on. Really? Well, I mean, there are some semi-tough individuals there. I would like to have done that myself. Maybe Yamada is causing trouble. Although how much trouble he's going to cause with a lot of, you know, self-stamina there, yeah, I don't understand that. Anyway, I would go out on a limb and say that we're probably going to win this. You know, I don't like to build confidence too much, you know, but I do think we're probably going to win that fight. Considering the last couple, I mean, the last one was close, but they edged us out. I did very badly. I think I got wiped 3 times. You know what it is? The specials going off at just the wrong time and things like that seems to happen a lot. Anyway, I think that's about it, except, of course, for PvP. So let's get to it, because as we saw, for the Tomb Guardian Island, I need some PvP wins. All right, it looks like my trophy count has dropped to a nice level, so let's get in there and get going. Our first team today was suggested by Epic Gamer. And Epic Gamer wanted to see right on top. We're starting with Sparta. And then we're going over to Metal, all the way down to this one, Tiny Tim. I know by the runes. And finally, over in Fire, frankly, I think 2 of these guys would probably be enough, because the other one is Nova. So let's see how this works out. Obviously, we have things that we can do. I'm going to be doing the cooldown activation, which means I'm not doing over here on the left. I see a War Master there. I think that's the shielding one, so I'd rather not do that. Besides, a 115 little goblin on the frog. Was that a frog? Yeah, I don't want to mess with that. Let's see. Well, I'm doing extra turning, so I don't want to mess with him. So why don't we try up the middle and see how that works? It really depends on how... what I'm thinking Nova. For a minute there, I forgot who I had up there. I'm thinking, oh, that Hackster, he's actually really fast. Oh, no, he doesn't have like 10s on him, does he? No, he doesn't. All right, so, yeah, it's not a speed issue. No, it isn't. All right, and let's do some cooldown activation, because why not? Okay, who dies first? The hamster! Oh, that's right. You're a single target taunter. Right. All right, I'll go for the big hit here then. All right, let's get some guard down and some fire and some dazing here, huh? All right, they're about to go, so why don't we just do some time spacing? All right, and possession, please? All right, so what? I think that you're pretty much dead. Yes, you are. All right, and you need to charge. Okay, we have a stamina issue. Let me think. I'm getting concerned with the hamster, so I'm going to do a timeout on him. Oh, and then you're going to charge. All right. Do I want to repossess him? Let's go for it. You leave Sparta alone. Charge. And of course he charged. Yeah, you notice how they have a habit of charging when they're possessed and on the right side of the screen? I'm sure it's just a coincidence. Let me think. Cooldown activation. Since there's 2 of them who can do it. You're just going to do guard down. The hamster had to go. And so do you. Alright, that worked out. Alrighty. And a spin. Sorry to bring you in on a Saturday. I know your weekends mean a lot to you. Alright. The effort is appreciated. Alright, so let's move on to our next team. Our second team today was suggested by Jordan Tharp. And Jordan wanted to see, we're going to have to do our business very quickly here. So let's see, we're starting with way down here, Elvira. And next we're going to go over to nature. And we're going to go with Flynn. And finally, over to light again, and this one of course is going to be Lance. All right, so we don't have denial, but we do have two individuals who will dodge group attacks. So once Elvira's protection wears off, hopefully they don't get single target attacks. Unfortunately, she doesn't share that ability, though. All right, let's think. Well, up the middle, they're all 120s. Yeah, the last time I played with Ingenica, it was against a bunch of metal guys, and it didn't work out too well. No, it didn't. I don't think that's a problem this time. Do I want to try that? Because I don't want to mess with Mephisto and Clipian over there. No, I don't. And I don't want to mess with the guys over here either. All right, why don't we just go for the risk up the middle and see how that works out. Okay, look, beware the Scorpion. He's got a 10 damage on him. But well, I shouldn't say that. Mr. Shanky's got an actual speed here, but there's a lot of support speed floating around. But they are going first. Okay, she took the evade off of him. All right, so I think you guys need a night of fun. Okay, Ingenica is being a pain. All right, so let's see. Do we have any dragons over here? No? Then stabby stabby you. Okay, she's actually got a lot of health there. This is actually a problem because he's kind of hurt. All right, let's see. Evading would be good. And then, of course, curse and sunburn for everybody. Okay, you down there, what is going on here? Apparently she built a shield for herself. Yeah, 35%. No, not 35%. More like 94%. Because these other guys are all dying here, and she doesn't have one on her. All right, desperately healing. Of course, she's in a lot of trouble now. Okay, they had to go because they had 4 torture effects on them. All right, you, however, blinding. Actually, that's not blinding, that's total damage reduction. All right, masterwork. That's total. Oh, actually, we already have that one. But, yeah, what the heck? We'll just do it again. All right, let's see. Yeah, he had the reflect, and she immediately took it off. Okay, repent, sinner. Elvira got the last word. Okay, and apparently I advanced the legend pass. All right, that's okay. I'll take that. Nice reward. Nice reward. All right, so let's move on. Our third team today was suggested by Abi YouTube, who gave me 8 teams, and I chose this one. It's very earthy. All right, let's begin over in, of course, Earth. And we're starting with... He's here somewhere. We have so many creatures. We have Bonsai. All right, next, we actually passed him on the way down. And this is Zuma. And finally, if we really want to go with Earth, let's go with Geb. All right, so let's go. He's sporting that diamond relic, so let's see how it works out for him. Okay, we're starting to get some escalation here. We're not messing with Ragnarok. Ragnarok, Myrak, and... yeah, no, we're not doing that. No, that is just not doing that. No. That's a very good question. I don't think I want to risk the one up the middle, because that just could go so wrong. There's 2 individuals there who could take off the Megataunt. And once that happened, we were in a lot of trouble. Let's just see if we can find something else. Centurion, don't want to mess with that. One more try. Oh, okay, him up the middle. Ooh, that's interesting. But, I mean, the levels are a bit of an issue. I'm thinking the one on the right. I mean, I could do up the middle. That'd actually be kind of fun because you have the Prince Charmless there. So what is he going to do? Is he going to not extra turn? It really depends on how he was set up, doesn't it? I mean, we don't have a lot of... I mean, we do have... Okay, you know what? Let's just do it. Let's just do it and see how it works out. They do have the speed, but we have a Megatron 10. I guess I'm going to learn a little something about this guy down here. Crack on. That's actually kind of funny. Okay, he's bleeding. Is he still... He's still Megataunting. Okay, so you just hit him and he's bleeding. All right, you guys. Slime. Okay, you didn't want any slime in the front. Okay, did you... Oh, you used an extra turn. Isn't that just lovely? I'm going to take the opportunity to give you all curse and stamina leak. Go on, do it again. Go on, do it again. Oh, he gets to go again. Isn't that lovely? Let me think. I'm just looking to see. Okay, that one just... I was thinking if I give it stamina regen. All right, why don't we just kill your dragon friend down here? Oh, he was taunting, right. All right, this guy is going to be a bit of a problem, and he's probably going to be doing Mecha Taunt fairly soon. All right. Oh, did you get a cooldown activation? Oh, is that what the skill did? It gave you bleeding, but it probably activated your cooldowns. That's ugly. Remove stamina. All right. Ah, I need this guy dead down here. Oh, you just... Oh, okay. I gotta tell you, that probably wasn't the best move. You could have done a lot better by him if you, you just went Megataunt. As it is... Okay, that's interesting, because I can't do that now. All his attacks are single target, and if I try to do something to the dragon, it's going to go to him. All right, so what I might as well do is I might as well try to possess him. The 2-round? Let's give him 2-round possession. All right. Okay, he's dying really fast. All right, even doubling life isn't going to do anything. All right, okay, he's got the curse on. Poison in possession. Activate. I don't want to activate cooldowns on him. He's on my side. All right, charge. To be fair, he didn't have any stamina, so he should have charged. All right, and he's dead, unfortunately. All right, let's see. Boom. And you're dead. Gibbs sacrificed himself for the cause. Okay, anytime now. And another little sword. Okay, I'll accept, you know, as long as it's not a habit, that's fine. All right, let's move on to our fourth and final team for today. Our fourth and final team was suggested by Aquatic Nexus. And Aquatic Nexus wanted to see, and of course this is going to be a strong team. It's also all darkness. And what way do you want to start better than with Cleo? Next, we're going back over to darkness. And this is going to be down... Where is... Hela. And finally, once again, in darkness, I believe... They like to hide at the bottom, don't they? There we go. Angelina. All right, so this is a rather deadly team. So we should find some rather deadly opponents. That's interesting. What about the... I mean, 130 Temerian just sounds like a terrible idea. But, I mean, it's all going to be going to Cleo, though. And they don't have anything for themselves. I mean, the Prince Charmless is going to be doing a lot of damage there. But the thing is that I think Angelina actually has a solution to that. All right, let's just try that and see how that works. After this fight, of course, okay, you don't have anything. You have a lot of speed, but like I said, it's not really very useful. All right, let's go. Oh, that is something that I didn't anticipate. That's a bit of a problem. All right, but that's, yeah, damage. That's not exactly what I was going for with this one, is it? No, see, this one isn't damage. This one is cooldown activation and an effect. A rather useful one if somebody wants to do a lot of extra turning, right? All right, let's see what we have here. All right, now the Temerian is going to be a problem to kill because you can't debuff it or anything like that. And we have to get rid of it. You know what? Have some curse on top. Okay, the frog and the toad are in a lot of trouble. So why don't we start with some Dark Submission? Just in case they're alive by the next time Hela's turn comes around. Let's see. What does this one do again? True Vision, applies curse, nah. I guess Possession. I mean, there's not really much at the moment that she can do. All right, let's see. Immune to control. I'm going to refresh the Megataunt. Oh, were you trying to do something bad? She was trying to do something bad. Bother. Oh, you're dodging damage again. Okay, well, there's not much I can do, except of course to your friends. Why don't we just end your friends? I thought I stuck some bleeding in there. Okay, obviously we're gonna wait. They're dead already. And you're dead. All right, let's think. I think we should probably wait a moment. He's dead. Yeah, I don't know what you're trying to do, but you're obviously not being successful at it. And I'm okay with that. And let me think. Do you do anything that does a little damage? Activating cooldown sounds good. All right, and yeah, I mean, that's about it. She doesn't really do damage. They do damage, though. Okay. Yeah, Temerians are not as effective if you have a Megataunt tank. Good stuff? Meh. Have a good weekend. Anyway, I think that is it for today. Alright, so we have the Tomb Guardian Island, and that's Ugluk. He's very good, as I tried to display, and that is definitely who I am going to be going for. Those 4 wins should have helped a lot. Down to 40. I'm going to advance that tonight no matter what, because I need to keep this moving along, right? Because I do want to get him. So I'm willing to spend all of the gems that I have. I'm hoping I don't have to. I do want to make sure I get a shot at the other one, because Junabi is actually pretty good too. And the Ronin maze is going to be ending. I've already told you, I'm just going to go down and try to get as many cells of him as I can, maybe for the future. We'll see what happens with that. It's just that I really don't use Shade Moon very much. You know, his big thing early on, of course, was that he did the status cast for dodging group attacks. Now, of course, a lot of guys have that in their trait, so that's a lot more powerful. And stuff is okay early on, but not as much anymore. You know, single target cursing when a lot of individuals, you know, kind of like we saw with Bonsai, do it as a group now. As a matter of fact, I had a couple of them in the same group there. Yeah, recently, that last one where we had Dunra does group curse, and of course Pierce does group curse, so they were kind of stepping on each other's toes there a bit. So everybody does that. So it's not really as good as it used to be. The other guy too, I mean, he's all right, Zorgon, he's okay. It's just that in darkness, I probably wouldn't use him first. Anyway, I think that that is about it. So thank you very much for your attention. I really appreciate it. And play games because games are fun. See you.